Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's dustinkreis, and today we're going to do another pickups video. It feels like I just did one of these, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think aside from the new releases that's coming out in August, I think I'm going to take August off. Because yeah, I just went looking back at my other pickups video for this month and looking at this one, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I found some great deals, but at the same time, it's just like, do I really need to buy this stuff? You kind of get in that buyer's remorse, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get through the pickups and talk about it. Most of the stuff I actually found for a really decent price. There was really only one sort of extravagant thing. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. But let's go ahead and get into it. And the first thing here, I did pick up Shin Megami Tensei 4, and this is an amazing game. We'll put the box down and just hold up the case. I'm really enjoying this, and this is like the first Shin Megami Tensei game that is making me a huge fan of the series. And I set it down for a while to play another game, and I picked it back up and just fell in love with it again. And as soon as I get done with this, I'm going to go back out there and play it now that my 3DS is charged up. But if you guys don't have this for your 3DS, this is probably one of the best RPGs, if not the best RPG on the system right now. So definitely look into this. And because of Shin Megami Tensei 4, and I'm really starting to feel like I should have played this first, I did go out and pick up Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey on the original DS. And from what I hear, this was originally supposed to be Shin Megami Tensei 4. I think I saw that in one of Arrow's videos. I could be wrong with that, but they thought that it wasn't epic enough or something for it to carry the name Shin Megami Tensei 4. So they named it Strange Journey. It's kind of a side story instead. But the reason why I think I should play this is because this armor is kind of very important to Shin Megami Tensei 4. So I think it builds off of this story. And yeah, it's going to be fun to kind of go back and play this game after playing 4. Although I might be spoiled on this one's story. I don't know. I didn't think that they would connect that much. But then I started seeing that armor on the cover there, and I was like, oh, I should probably get this and play it. So I'll play it after I beat 4. Hopefully 4 doesn't ruin everything about this game, but I don't know. I'm probably going to start getting into the series a lot heavier. I mean, I have a lot of the games. I just haven't got around to playing them, but 4 is really making me just love the series. Another game I picked up, of course I did like an unboxing for both of these. I did pick up Time and Eternity, and while I can see why people don't like this game, it definitely does not deserve the reputation it's getting. If it was released at a more budgeted price, I think people would be more willing to accept it. But yeah, not the greatest game out there, but I'm definitely having fun, and when it gets down in price, if it doesn't get rare, I don't know, this might be one of those weird games that gets rare because some of these NIS America games get hard to find later on. I really think people will give it a shot. It's a silly, fun, very funny actually RPG, and it's a nice change of pace from definitely things like Shin Megami Tensei 4 and other RPGs where it's like the stakes are so high and you know we gotta save the world. And this one, she just wants to get married and she doesn't want somebody to come and kill her husband. That's the big thing in the storyline. It's just she wants to get married and not have her husband get killed on their wedding day. So, but the initial pressings of the game does come with a music CD, and some of the music is pretty stock, but there are some nice tracks in there, and I really should kind of listen to this to see if any of the tracks I do like are on there. But really gorgeous artwork on there. For some reason, I really like Time and Eternity. I don't know. This was sent to me by my good friend T.G. Appileus. We were just talking one day. He left the sticker on there. Take that off. We were talking one day about this game, and he said that it is, for its storyline and for what it presents, it's a fun playthrough, but the gameplay is kind of bland. And I'll probably get to this once I get done with these other two RPGs. But I really love the character, and that game is Deadpool. And he was just finished with it, and he said, you know what, if you want it, I'll send it out to you. And I was like, you sure you don't want anything for it? And he's like, meh, I feel like just passing it on. So he sent me this, and I'm looking forward to get into it. But yeah, like everything I've read, the action is kind of just, pretty stock. But the Deadpool aspect of it is really good. So looking forward to getting to that. Thank you, TG Apuleius, for sending that to me. Found this at a sort of the local retro shop here. Usually they don't really have much. You can find something in there every now and then, but I found this there for $10, and I said, yeah, it's time to get it and play it. And I absolutely love this game. I thought it was insane and funny and a really good game. That's Death Smiles. And when I got to the huge cow boss in this game, I actually forgot about it. When it came out, everyone was making a big deal about it, but I actually forgot about that, and then it just reminded me of it, and I just started laughing hysterically. But for $10, picked up Death Smiles. It's sad that Cave is kind of in a predicament right now. Like they don't think they're going to be making console games anymore. And while I love playing Cave shooters on iOS because the touchscreen is just, that really feels like it was made for these bullet hell shooters. It's sad that we don't get like these games on the consoles anymore. Like there was a limited edition of this, and I think it came with a. If anyone remembers like the Xbox 360 faceplates, I think it came with the Xbox 360 faceplate, which is stupid anyway. But yeah, we're not gonna get these big lavish, Japanese craziness anymore. So hopefully they continue to make. At least they should make it on like the handhelds. Like I really think like the Cave shooters on the Vita would be awesome, but that's just me. Went out to GameStop the other day, just kind of on a whim, and I found something pretty cool, and then a couple just yeah, sure, I'll pick these up. Picked up Enchanted Arms for $6, and I think this is a pretty average RPG. It was one of the first RPGs for the system that came out, and it's got kind of a just kind of a mediocre reputation. But $6, I'm kind of becoming a champion of the sort of average RPG, I guess, because I really liked Infinite Undiscovery, and I really liked Time and Eternity. So I figured, why not give this a shot and see if there's something there. Plus, there's except for this like deluge that we're getting to right now, there really wasn't a lot of JRPG coming out this generation, unless you get the handhelds. So why not add it to the collection? And in that same vein, I picked up Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers for the Wii, and this was $8.99. And yeah, it's just another RPG for the Wii, and it's kind of one of the last few Wii games that I'm looking for before I sort of seal the deal on the Wii and stop collecting for it. Which now is the time to pick these things up. If you are kind of looking at your Wii thinking, maybe there are some good gems on there. Now's definitely the time, because the GameStop I went to actually had taken all the Wii games off the shelf and put them in those little shelving units in the middle of the floor like they used to do the PS2. So they're starting to get ready to phase this stuff out. So Wii, DS, and PSP, now's really the time. And also, I mean, it's getting to the point where PS3 and Xbox 360, especially Xbox 360, now's the time to sort of fill in your collections, because this stuff is going to start being rotated out of the stores and harder to find. I know, like, Xbox 360 games, you can build a damn good collection right now for dirt cheap. And for some reason, some of the PS3 games, they maintain a higher price for some reason, and I don't actually know why. Because you can get the same game on 360 for like $6, but over on the PS3 it's like $8 or $9. I don't know what the difference is, but prices are dropping, so now is the time to do it. And then the really cool thing, and the actually I might actually watch this tonight. I don't know. Depends on how deep I get into Shin Megami Tensei. I found the Tales of Vesperia First Strike Blu-ray for $8. And I love Tales of Vesperia. And I forgot to get this when it came out. And just completely forgot about it. So now that I have it, I'm really looking forward to get into it. It actually looks pretty... Like, I'm looking at right now here with a screen of Yuri on the back doing like a sword slash and blood just crossing the screen. So it's got a TV 14, which, you know, is what it is. But looks like it might actually be like a bit bloodier and more serious than the game was, which the game was actually pretty serious in places, but also being a Tales game is kind of silly as well. But, you know, 110 minutes, and I don't really see any bonus features. Oh, promotional footage collection, picture, sound, US trailer, previews. Nothing really. It would be awesome if they had like a nice documentary about the making of the game and stuff like that, but what are you going to do? But looking forward to getting into that. On the book front, I picked this up sort of on a whim, but at the same time, I have not beat this game, and when I restart the game again and try to beat it again, this will help out immensely. Picked up the Sword of Mana strategy guide, and it was at the same retro shop that I picked up Death Smiles. They have all their guides there. It's like 60% off the cover price, and sometimes it's not really a deal because they're really beat up. It's kind of like a very dirty game store, like where just everything's just kind of beat up and nasty, and you really have to be selective about what you buy in there. But this was in pretty good condition. It's got some, you know, creases and, you know, stuff like that. But definitely looking forward to using this when I replay Sword of Mana, which I really kind of want to do. Another thing I picked up, and the extravagant thing, I should say, I talked about an extravagant item, was this right here. This is getting quite expensive, and I remember going into GameStop and just passing over this because it used to be like $10 or $15, you know, they were just trying to get it out of there. And I just kept passing it over, because I wasn't a big fan of Shin Megami Tensei. And then all of a sudden this thing became rare. And, you know, the prices online are skyrocketing, especially if you want it with the CD and everything in it. So, you know, be aware of that. But a cool deal that I got, and it turned into a big, big story that there are videos. If you haven't seen those videos about my 3DS eShop debacle, they're on my channel. You can go watch those. But I did pick up a 3DS XL. I traded in my original 3DS. They were giving me $60 plus an additional 50%, so that took it up to $90. So I only paid like $115 for this when it was all said and done. So that is a pretty good deal right there. And after I got my whole eShop account thing fixed up, I absolutely love this, and it's a great investment because the screens are bigger, it's more comfortable in your hands, it just feels better, has a better build quality, it feels like, so I'm really happy to have this. I wish they had different colors. I like the blue, and it matches my Vita case, and it actually matches my DS XL, the same blue color, but I really wish I would have got like one of the white ones. Those ones are really slick, but oh well. And then, kind of already jumped into the movies, but I went out to get one thing today, and then an amazing deal crossed my path, and I couldn't pass it up. The one thing I went out to get was the complete first season, book one, whatever you want to call it, of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've been wanting to watch this show for a long time, and I was kind of hoping it was on Netflix, and it's just not. And I looked on iTunes, and it was $21 for the season on there, and just happened to be in my FYE today, and saw it there for $20. And I thought, you know, $20 to have the actual physical medium, yeah, why not? And I watched the first disc, and I actually really like this show. It's funnier than I thought it would be, and it's also got a more serious edge to it than I thought it would. And I know a lot of people really love this, and I'm really looking forward to watching more. But I kind of want to not spend more money, so I'm kind of stretching this out. So when I got done with disc one, I said, okay, that's enough for today. Otherwise, I'd probably be still sitting there watching this, because that's what I do. I just watch like entire seasons of a show in like a huge block. I can't watch it on TV anymore. It's just, this has ruined me. But really looking forward to digging into this more, and then getting into The Legend of Korra, which is the ongoing series right now. And I don't know how I would watch it because I don't have cable. I just have Netflix, and then I use iTunes to watch things like Doctor Who and Mad Men. And speaking of Mad Men, my Mad Men seasons were something that I lost in the divorce because we bought them together, and well, really, she bought the first season, and we got hooked on it, and then we sort of bought them together. So when all was said and done, I said, "Yeah, you can have those. It's fine." And it was kind of a hole in my collection because I really kind of want to watch Mad Men again. And I think it is on Netflix. I could be wrong. I don't think it's on Netflix because HBO doesn't put their stuff on Netflix. Well, this is not HBO. This is AMC. But still, I don't think AMC puts their stuff on Netflix. I don't remember if it's on there or not. But it was on iTunes, and I was like, well, if I really want to rewatch the show, I can just buy them on iTunes. And I haven't yet. And it's a good thing I didn't, because I went into the store and I got Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4. All for, it says $10, but with my Backstage Pass card, I got them all for $9 a piece. And I really didn't want to spend $40 today, because I was actually thinking about buying all three collections of Avatar at once. I was like, I don't want to spend that much money. And then I saw this, and I was like, I cannot pass that up, because I actually really, this is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I really do kind of want to watch it again. So I just need to get Season 5, and then I have Season 6 on my iPad. So once Season 5 drops down in price, I'll add that to the collection. And I don't know if I'll buy Season 6 on DVD or not, since I have it on my iPad, and I can just plug my iPad into the TV and watch it that way. But really happy to finally have my Mad Men's back. And yeah, if you guys haven't watched this show, it's one of the best shows out there, bar none. So that is sort of the end of July pickups. We're getting ready to head into August. And August is it's kind of a big month. I'm going to have that huge Tales of Exilia box set. I don't know why I pre-ordered that. I should have got the smaller one without the figure, but the figure will be nice. It'll be my first game figure to have in the game room. And then, can't really remember what else. I know there's other stuff that comes out. I think Dragon's Crown comes out that month as well. And there's something else, but I can't remember. And then, of course, Star Trek in the Darkness and Great Gatsby comes out on the Blu-ray front. But, yeah, I'm going to try to hold off on buying too much stuff in August, because I need to sort of build up a buffer in my bank account. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So let me know what you guys got this month, or if anything here tickles your fancy, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.